Last section in chapter 4 is the quadratic formula. So, quadratic formula, you've done it before. Just a little review. When you're solving these equations like this one, you can look at 6 and say, oh, 2 and 3 multiply to be 6 and add to 5. So this is really x plus 2, x plus 3 equals 0. So my two values are -3 and -2. Just like we did 2 days ago, or yesterday, we did this. So we divided by 2, and we got x minus 3 squared equals 16. So that when I take my square root, I have x minus 3 equals plus or minus 4. And when I add 4 over, I get x equals either positive 4 plus 3, which is 7, or negative 4 plus 3, -1. Two answers, always for a square root. Now when you can't do either of these is when you use the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula is x equals -b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. What are the solutions called again? Roots, zeros, x-intercepts, all of the above. So let's practice this thing. So to get this, I need x squared plus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. Bring that 2 over. So this is my a, my b, and my c. So that when I plug in my equation, x equals, I do -b, so -3 plus my square root. Then I do b squared, so 3 squared, minus 4 times my a value, which is just 1, times my c value, all over 2 times a. And then when I simplify that, oh man, I did not make enough room for this. X equals, I got -3 plus or minus square root. And when you do this inside all in your calculator, you get 17 over 2. So there's your two answers, -3 plus this over 2, and -3 minus this over 2. Second one, I want to solve for, get it equal to 0 first. So I got 25x squared minus 30x plus 9 equals 0. So I have my a, my b, and my c value. So that when I plug it into my equation, -b plus or minus square root, 30 squared minus 4, 25, 9, oh that's a long one, all over 2 times a, which is 25. So that when I simplify this, I get x equals 30 plus or minus square root. When you plug this into your calculator, you should actually get 0 all over 50. So this really goes away, so I just have 30 over 50, which simplifies to 3 over 5. Last one, I'm going to bring this x squared over, so I have x squared minus 4x plus 5. So that when I solve this thing, I do x equals -b, so 4 plus my square root, -4 squared minus 4 times 1 times 5, all over 2a. Now when I go to solve this thing, I got x equals 4 plus or minus, and then when I do this in my calculator, I get square root of -4 over 2. So when I do my square root of -4, it can simplify to 4 plus or minus 2i over 2, which becomes 2 plus or minus I. Okay, one more. The height of an object at t seconds can be modeled by the equation, and then it says the height in feet of a baseball t seconds after it is hit is given by the function. And it says find the maximum height. The maximum height is my vertex. Do you remember that from way back when? So that's my -b over 2a. That's that part. So if I plug my equation in, -b, so -96 over 2 times -16, and I get 3. So that's like my x value of this thing. And to get my y value, I have to plug 3 into this equation. Plug 3 in. So when I do that, I get negative 16, 3 squared, plus 96, 3, plus 3. And when I plug that into my calculator, I should get 147. So my height of that thing is 147 feet. When will the ball hit the ground? So remember, this is like my upside down parabola. My vertex happens in the middle, so it happens at 147. Well, when will it hit back at the ground? Well, this is at halfway, so if I go another halfway, I'm at 6. So after 6 seconds.